friends, Ray Morgan here once again at ringside and inviting you to join me in your favorite ringside seat at the National Arena in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., for the best in professional wrestling. Here's the card. Steve Stanley meeting Prince IAKEA in a one-fall match. In a 2 out of 3 fall battle, Hector Serrano takes on Tomas Marin. 1 fall to curfew. Tony Aldamori battles Bruno Sammartino's newly arrived cousin, Antonio Pugliese. We'll be getting underway with another exciting encounter in just a moment.
Look, you got going to tell me this is my place.
Sir Friendly Bob Freed.
Thank you, Ray. Here's promoter Vince McMahon's lineup of 9 great wrestling matches set for the Washington Coliseum this coming Monday night. Angelo Savoldi meets the Golden Boy Arnold Skolin. Tony Aldamori opposes the magnificent Maurice. Joe Millick battles Pete Sanchez. Miguel Perez tests Prince Curtis IAKEA. The Mongolian Stomper engages Wahoo McDaniel. Don McClary takes on Antonino Pugliese. And Tarzan Tyler duels another blonde bomber, Johnny Valentine. Plus 2 title bouts. Listen to this. Gorilla Monsoon versus the world's heavyweight champion, Bruno Sammartino. And the undefeated Molten Giant Baron Mikel Cicluna headlines against the United States title holder, Big Bobo Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is 1 fall. The Principals, Chicago, Illinois, 235. Here is Mr. America, Steve Stanley. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing at this time the famous manager, Bobby Davis. From Hawaii, 370, here is Prince IAKEA. 1 fall.
Well, Bob announced him as 370. My record shows that he's 380, and he looks every bit of it. Bobby Davis is going to inspect the Prince's hands. The Prince doesn't want the referee to touch him. At least Bobby doesn't want him to touch him. Well, Bobby Davis doesn't take long to make his presence felt, does he? And the fans got one look at him. And despite all those telegrams and letters that we got asking, where is he? You'd wonder at the reaction that he gets, why they wondered where he was. But believe me, we were flooded with letters, telegrams. Apparently, some of the people here at ringside did not send them. Steve, Mr. America, Stanley. Whoa, he gets clobbered fast. And the Prince really going to work on him. Stanley. Oh, Stanley wound up right next to Bobby Davis. And I think he was inclined to continue the battle with Davis as his opponent instead of the huge Hawaiian Prince. Well, now that strike is over, new faces and top talent headline the All-Star Wrestling set for Madison Square Garden Monday night, January 24th. Interesting newcomers include Bruno Sammartino's cousin, fresh from Italy, Antonio Pugliese. The 380-pound Hawaiian giant now in the ring, Prince IAKEA. 3 great matches on the Garden card. Pit Bobby Davis's Mongolian Stomper against Chief Bigheart, plus 2 title matches. The Miller brothers defending their U.S. Tag Team Championship against Johnny Valentine and Bobo Brazil. And the undefeated Malton Strong Boy, Baron Mikel Cicluna, meeting the world's heavyweight title holder, Bruno Sammartino. All on Madison Square Garden's great wrestling show, Monday night, January 24th. A reverse headlock by the Prince. The referee checking to make sure that it wasn't a choke, and Davis assuring him from his position outside the ring that it wasn't. Whoa! Did you see the mammoth size of those legs just as they clamped around the head of Steve Stanley? Bobby Davis doing his best to keep the referee away from there. And
It's up on the jaw.
the Prince assuring Eddie Blake that it was up on the jaw. Got there after quite a section around his throat, however, while Davis was distracting the referee. The Prince doubling Stanley over that rope. And here's Bobby Davis going to work on Stanley while the Prince is being backed away. And Stanley getting it from both sides. Now while Davis is distracting the referee, look what the Prince is doing. Bobby Davis giving his man a chance to indulge in a few extracurricular holds. The Prince bouncing him off that turnbuckle as though he were batting a ball off a wall. And there he goes, on out. Davis waving to the Prince to come on and get there and grab him before he gets in, and the Prince follows orders. He better be careful, however. The referee could disqualify him now. However, the referee is having as much trouble making Bobby Davis behave as he is having the Prince stay in line. Oh boy, like a Mack truck back in India. The Prince, here comes the tide coming in. The big splash. 380 pounds, and Stanley is not in any position to move that. There he is, my man. Bobby Davis says, my man. Oh boy, Stanley must feel like a steamroller just rolled over him. Davis trying to get a hand for his giant.